let me demonstrate the power of using polymorphism here. So let me give some the visual line break there. One more ENDL. Then what I want to do is just create question pointer array called the quiz with 4 elements. Here, what I create is an array named the quiz with the 4 element, but each element is not question variable or object, but it's a pointer to question. So we have 4 elements. Each element is pointer. That's a pointer array is created. And then quiz 0, I can assign address of Q1, and then quiz 1, address of Q2, quiz 2, address of question 3. Now let's create another choice question Q4. In Q4, set text question is what is 2 plus 3? That. Then Q4, let's add a choice. So 1 false, and then 2 false, 3 false, 5 true, and the like. Then finally quiz 3, I can assign address of Q4. So I have 4 questions of a quiz. Then I can run the quiz as follows. 4, so let's do cout. Quiz started in DL. 4 int I is 0 and less than 4 increment, and then say that Q, then I plus 1, since I begins with a 0, the Q1 blank and the like. So Q1, and then show quiz I display, then get line from the keyboard response. The response variable has defined earlier, so I can simply reuse it, and then quiz I check answer with the response there, and then cout, give just a visual divider and the like. So what it does is you in this array we have a 4 addresses of 4 questions are stored. Then you can simply call display from each element. Then dynamic binding says a display function is not determined the type of this variable. Type of this variable is a question address type, but which function to be called is determined by the value in this element. So in Q2 and the 3, the value is of a choice question type. But in Q0 and the Q1, the value in this variable is of a question type. So depending on the type of the value in this variable, corresponding display is called. That's a dynamic binding. Because of that, we have a polymorphism. So utilizing polymorphism, you can run the quiz without saying that if question type, else if choice question type, call display this one or that one. You don't have to do so. So dynamic binding automatically invokes the corresponding one. So we have a very compact and a short code for that. That's the power of polymorphism. So if I compile the program and run it, so those test one, let me skip that. Now it says start the quiz. What's the capital of the Oklahoma? If I say Oklahoma City, then true, and then true does not come because I did not display the result. So let me quit the program running, and I should display answer. Your answer is something like this. So we need to print the true or false there. So let me compile and run again. Skip, skip, skip. Start the quiz. Oklahoma City. Your answer is true. Which programming language is not used in our department? Question 2. Let's say Java is false. And which programming language is not used in our department? And 2, 3, and 4. So some Q2 is not correct. So what happened in Q2? Quiz 1, address of Q2. Q2 is actually a choice question. Oh, here I have Q2 messed up. Q2 has been messed up because of this slicing. Okay, because of this slicing, Q3 portion. In Q3 we have text, which is Q3 is text is this one. Text and answers are copied into Q2 because of slicing. So the original Q2 has been messed up. That's why this Q2 is not working properly. But now if I comment this out, the slicing demo is commented out, and then if I run again, skip, 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 then quiz started, Oklahoma City, and the Q2, which language is used in program 2 class, and now that is correct, C++, and then which program language is 4, is false, 2 plus 3 is 2, it's false. So it's I have completed the execution of that. So here again, the power of using polymorphism is if you have many different subclass types, then you don't have to call the same function by distinguish which class type is. Using dynamic binding, if you design virtual functions like this, then dynamic binding happens, and then program code should look like this. So that's power of a polymorphism based on dynamic binding, and this is a very crucial part of object-oriented programming.